Central Waters was founded in 1998 by two homebrewers by the name of Jerome and Mike. Paul, who's my current business partner, Paul Graham, and myself were two of the first employees. Through a very long chain of events over a period of 8 years, Paul owned it with a partner, and I brewed for him, and then I ended up buying out the partner. So I've been an owner of the brewery since January of 2006. We used to be in Junction City, which was a small town on the other side of Stevens Point in a very, very small building. We were brewing 750 barrels of beer a year, so most that we could do. We got to a point where it was, we either need to expand so we can get a paycheck or stop. And so with the fear of going into debt looming in front of us, we decided to just make the jump and move here to Amherst. Since that time, to give you an idea of the growth we've seen, 2006 was our last year in Junction City. We did 750 barrels of beer. There's 31 gallons in a barrel. Last year, we did 5,000. So in 4 years, we've gone from 750 to 5,000. And as we saw with new tanks coming in, we're on the upswing again. When it comes to the sustainability thinking, really that's something that Paul and I just believe in personally. And that's why we did it. This system's been running for 2.5 years plus, and we've never advertised it. Partly because we were really selling all of our beer and we didn't want to create too much of a calling for it. And also because that's not why we did it. We didn't do it for that marketing purposes. While we are going to capitalize on those, that's not the original idea behind it. First and foremost, unfortunately, brewing beer is very energy intensive. It uses a lot of water, it uses a lot of electricity, it uses a lot of natural gas. So just making beer with an ethical mind frame was difficult to do. And for the level of renewable energy that we've put into this place, I guess is impressive for a small business. Hopefully what we've been is sort of a model for some other businesses, and we have had some very large corporations come here to view this and go, scratching their heads like, man, if those five guys without any financial backing can find a way to make this happen, we should be able to do it too. And that's what we're hoping people have seen from it. There's lots of different manufacturers of solar panels. We chose the closest one to Amherst, which was in Menominee, Bubbling Spring Solar. So they manufacture them there. We had one problem where there was a leak inside one of the soldering joints inside that panel. We drove out here and fixed it. And so this is a very innovative system. We've had brewers from literally all over the country calling us to ask us, how did you do that? What did you do to make that actually work? And kudos to our local plumber, an Amherst plumber, that said, no problem, I can make it happen. And he certainly did. And people often think that because we're in Wisconsin, solar systems don't work in the winter. What they miss is that Germany is the world's leading nation for solar production, and they're on the same latitude as Wisconsin. So we've had days where it's been below zero, and it's oftentimes when it's that cold, it's very, very sunny, and it's 160 degrees coming in for the panels. When the year the system went in, we brewed 3,000 barrels of beer. So we had double production between those 2 years. Our utility bill stayed the same. It's not just about having solar panels, which is the highlight of the brewery, no doubt, but we also look at upstream and downstream. And so when it comes to glass bottles, we could get cheaper glass bottles, but the manufacturer of these bottles use the highest cullet content of any other bottle manufacturer, meaning it's the most recycled content. There's no good way about it. I mean, bottles are just, they're not a great environmental piece. But this is the highest proportion of it, and it's a very well-made bottle, but it's more expensive than other bottles. So we could choose to go for the less expensive bottle, but we choose to spend the money so that we know that we're getting a product that's a little bit more environmentally sound. I don't know, I see what we've done. I don't know why everybody doesn't do it. You know, it seems like, why wouldn't you do that? Our long-term goal is to grow into an upper Midwest regional brewer, continuing to focus on sustainability practices, and I think the industry is going to follow suit with that. Craft beer will continue to grow as an overall segment of the industry, as well as focus on environmental issues.